All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and God bless you. This is week number 3. Again, week number 3 of our Bible study together. Today, the Bible verse is coming from the book of Joshua. Again, we're still in the Old Testament. That's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. Again, that's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. And I quote, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Okay? So again, that's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. Concerning the life application notes, there are 6 specific things that we want to note coming out of this verse. The first and foremost is that we must realize that God will guide us and help us conquer our problems. All right? God will guide us and help us conquer our problems. So, what challenges do you face today? Joshua was taken over the leadership of Israel after Moses died, and God was giving him the instruction and encouragement to do this job. Again, God was giving him the instruction and encouragement to complete this task. Now, this was no small task. Leading Israelites after Moses. I mean, we're talking about more than 2 million people here. Okay, so leading more than 2 million people into a land and conquering it would definitely be a great challenge for anyone, even a man of Joshua's abilities and experience. Now, every new job is a challenge. Okay? Every new job is a challenge. Just as God was with Joshua, He is with us as we face our new challenges, and we want to stay aware of that. God promised never to abandon or fail us, or fail to help us for that matter, regardless of how we feel about the challenge that we're being presented. So um, we want to remember that. So what challenges do you face today? Consider that, and when you consider the challenges that you face today, don't forget that God will guide us. He will guide me. He will guide you and help us to conquer our problems. The second application for your life should have you consider, where are you a leader? Okay, so where are you in a position of leadership? Where are you considered a leader, and who? All right, so God appointed Joshua to be Israel's new leader. Okay, he had to follow Moses, the man who had delivered the nation from Egypt, had spoken with God and had delivered the Ten Commandments. Now, leadership offers tremendous challenges, especially when those you lead have high expectations. Okay, especially when those you lead have high expectations, and the expectations are always considerable. Now, leadership can be very lonely. All right, leadership can be very lonely. Okay, it can be difficult and it can be frightening. Right, but Joshua was well prepared and he had God's promise to be with him. Okay, so again, you want to consider, where are you, the leader? All right, now as God can be trusted, as God is there for us, as God has never and will never abandon us, and as God will never fail to help us, we should ask God to give us strength, to give us courage, and to give us guidance as we lead. Okay? I'll say that again. Ask God to give you strength, courage, and guidance as you lead. All right? You should also ask Him to help us lead in such a way that we will lead people to Him. Okay? Now, the third application that we should take into consideration is we should be conscious of it, right? Sensitive to, well, what has God actually asked us to do? Right? What has God asked you to do? Right? Okay. So sometimes we must act regardless of our feelings. Our feelings um, can deceive us. Our feelings can lead us astray. So again, we will be put in positions sometimes where we must act regardless of how we feel about the situation or the circumstance. Okay. Now, God commanded Joshua to be strong, to be bold and to be strong. God commands us to be bold and to be strong. And we may wonder how a person can decide to be bold when we're feeling afraid, or how can we decide to be strong when we feel weak. Right? We can do this through God. Okay. There are times when we must act regardless of how we feel. Okay. This is especially true when it comes to obeying God. Joshua had to take charge and to lead the Israelites, as we mentioned, and trusting the whole time that God would be with him. Okay. What has God told you to do? That's the question, right? What has God told you to do? Uh, don't wait, whatever that is, whatever He's asked you to do. You know, don't wait to feel like, don't wait till you feel like doing it. Just do it. Okay. The fourth life application note, fourth thing that we should pay careful attention to is understanding. Ask yourself, what fears gnaw at your heart and at your mind? Okay, fears come in all shapes and sizes. People fear the unknown. People fear the future. People fear opposition. People fear pain. People fear failure, and people even fear the dark. Okay, so certainly Joshua could have been filled with fear. He was very likely filled with fear, considering his new responsibilities and the enemies that were facing him in Canaan. But God calmed Joshua. He calmed Joshua's fears with these powerful words. And the words in this verse, as we said a little bit earlier, are the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Okay, you're not alone. All right. What fears gnaw at your heart and mind? And that's the question here. So you should take comfort. Talk to God. Talk to God about your fears. Talk to God about them, and then face them. Okay, face them knowing that God is with you. Face them knowing that God is with you. God most definitely is with you. The fifth application that that we have today, a life application, or application for your life that I want to bring to you today, is that, well, what does it mean to be strong? Right? What does it mean to be strong? What does it mean to have courage? Okay, it means acting in faith, right? Acting in faith, acting on that faith, the actual deed. Okay, trusting the whole time that God will help you through whatever challenge you are in fact enduring. Okay, it means doing what you know is right, even though you may have to act all alone. God being with you, of course. It means being determined to live God's way as well. Okay, when everyone else may look at you like you're crazy, or you definitely want to go an entirely different direction. Where do you need a dose of Joshua's courage today? Think about it. Right? Where do you need a dose of Joshua's courage today in order to act in faith, in order to be strong and to have courage? Okay, and then I will leave you here with the sixth life application note, and I want you to rest assured in that God's promise holds true. God promised to be with Joshua wherever he would go. God is with you. And as we read through the book of Joshua, we see that during the next few years, Joshua would be at the great walls of Jericho. He'd be on the plains of Ai, and he'd be in many other battles, and even in the promised land. So regardless of geography, or regardless of situation, God would always be with him. Okay? So God promises to be with us. We are not alone. He is with us in every battle. God is with us in every struggle. God is with us in every victory. God is with us in every defeat. God is with us in every sorrow, and God is with us in every celebration. So rest assured, God is with you. Okay? If you'd like to read up a little bit more about this, you can check out the book of Romans. Again, it's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 38 through 39. Okay, and this talks a little bit more about God's presence with us and God being with us. Okay, so again, today's verse, again, this is week number 3. And our verse this week is coming from the book of Joshua. That is Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, which states, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. The Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, and God bless you.